Good morning. You are listening to First Title National Real Estate Radio Show. I am your host, Doug Dennison, and we are broadcasting from beautiful St. Augustine, Florida, the nation's oldest city, at WFOY 1240 AM studios. Through the power of the internet, this program is being streamed worldwide on 1240news.com. The show will also be archived on FirstTitleServices.com, as First Title and Escrow, Inc. are the sponsors of the program. They are a leading national title agency and proud to be working with them. Additionally, the show will be posted on YouTube.com. Our radio show mission statement: to provide an educational experience for listeners in a promotional format for real estate sales across the country. We're going to be talking about real estate, different real estate markets across the country. We've got a lot of topics today. Just a quick aside. One of my guests a couple weeks ago, I talked to him 2 or 3 days ago, and he says, Doug, I was on your show, and I had a international call and from Sweden, and was talking to me, and it's a client that I've done business with before, and he says, Doug, the guy listened to the show live on 1240news.com. Well, that's pretty cool. A guy from Sweden listening to the radio show from St. Augustine, Florida, the power of the internet. That was great. Another nice little deal was one of our guests, let me see, about a month ago, from Sperry Van Ness, Commercial Real Estate Advisors, was on the show as a guest and was talking about medical office buildings, and he's really a specialist. And anyway, one of the local callers, one of the local listeners from the St. Augustine area called in to the radio show to get my number. I spoke to him, got him lined up with this, basically this expert in regards to medical office buildings, and lo and behold, they got together. They're actually selling one of the properties and looking for another one, and I'm gonna promote that right now because I think it's a wonderful thing that people are listening and people are getting involved and active, and that I was a small part of that. This is a St. Augustine medical office building with additional land. It's in St. Augustine, Florida. It's on sale for $399,000. 2-unit medical office building, close to historic district. The person to talk to is Jim Morgan. He's the managing director. His number is 904 for Sperry Van Ness. His number is 904-346-3668. That's Jim Morgan. He's a CCIM, and he's managing director. 2 quick stories. I like that. Let's go to our first guest. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yes, Mr. Dennison, Gabriel Gomez. How are you?
Well, Gabe, it's wonderful to talk to you. It's been a while, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to hear all your new directions you are taking and the new assignments, and I wish you all the best in that new endeavors.
Well, thank you so much. And for our listeners, Gabriel, tell us who you are, where you're from, and what company you're with.
Yes, I am Gabriel Gomez. I am with the Kais Company. I'm a real estate practitioner for the past 24 years, mainly in the commercial department. I'm being with the Kais Company, which is the largest independent realtor in the South Florida market, with about 35 offices. We have been in the business for 87 years already.
87 years. That's
yes.
Just wonderful.
Yes. We do provide a lot of services. We call the full service house. So we have the title, we have the mortgage, we have the inspection companies, movers, you name, insurance, you name it, we have available for our clients.
Well, your company, the Kai's company, owned by the Pappas family, great people. I was thrilled to work with there a few years, and of course that's how I hooked up with you. You do a lot of work in the Fort Lauderdale area. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, Hallandale, the Broward County mainly.
Okay.
That's the area that I have tried to specialize.
Well,
There is a lot of activity.
well, there's a lot of activity, but why don't you tell me about the activity? Because I've been hearing a lot from South Florida. What's happening in the real estate market down there? Because we all heard about the doldrums and the pits that it went down to, along with the rest of Florida. Tell us what happened, and then how are you guys moving out of that?
Well, we were one of the hardest market hit with the foreclosures and the short sales.
Yep.
But drastically, a lot of the investors, private and large corporations, and even the bank now, they have come forward and they have taken a lot of these properties. They are fixing them up. They are renting them out. So the market is really, really hot. The prices are rising over the past 2 years, slowly but surely. The luxury market is amazing. There are sales of apartments in Boca Raton, for example. I was reading yesterday a sale of an apartment for $12.5 million, and then in the same building, another sale for 7.5. So the luxury market is safe. It's like a heaven money for the foreigners. So there is a lot of foreign investors coming into the real estate in the United States. We see a lot of Europeans, South Americans, and the Canadians are back. There is a lot of Canadians buying their own residence, and also they are buying investment properties. Although everybody's looking for the deal, for that short sale, but a lot of that inventory has been depleted drastically, and there is a lot of availability in the market right now of the regular sales, which are competing with the short sales. But the inventory is in the housing market is about 6 months, and in the new homes is about 4.5 months of inventory. So there is a demand. There is a good time to sell. That you can get a good price. The prices have increased. I will say that from 3 to 10%, depending on the market area. So it's hot. The residential is hot. It's good. There is a lot of activity. A lot of large corporations are buying a big portfolio of properties directly from the banks, and they are renting. They are fixing the homes, and they are renting it. And then that has increased a little bit the demand for that type of property. The rate of occupancy is very, very low. If we look at the apartments, you will see that there is more demand on the Class B because there is a lot of more people that are requiring this type of housing due to the short sales, the new formation of new households, and also the banks are more difficult to obtain a mortgage, so then a lot of them are going towards the rental. So the apartments is a hot in the commercial department. It's a hot item right now. There is a great demand. There is a lot of activity going on. A good time to be a landlord. I jump all over from the housing directly into the commercial, but I think that the two of them, especially the apartment and the house, they relate to each other. Going back again to the commercial, the retail part, we saw a lot of vacancies throughout the South Florida here in the Broward County, but all of a sudden, with the economy improving and showing some signs of improvement, we have seen a little bit more confidence, and the people are beginning to open a new business, maintain the existing one. So the occupancy seems to be the owners are filling up those stores that they were empty. So there is a good demand for that type of property. Very slow, but it's coming up again. Office buildings, the same thing. A lot of I think it was one of the sectors that they were hit the hardest, along with the warehouses. There is a slow recovery, but the prices have been decreased. The rental rates have been low too, so there is a good chance to obtain or buy warehouses or office buildings at a low price, being able to maintain it for a while, and then in the long run catching up with the rents. But basically, that's what it is in this moment around here.
It's amazing, all of the good things that's happening in South Florida. I want to get back to the international investors, international buyers. Why is South Florida such a place for them to feel that that's a bargain for them and to come over and buy not only residential properties, second homes, that type of thing, but also commercial investment?
United States always shows a sign of stability, even though we have our ups and downs, but it looks better than in other countries. In
Sure.
Europe right now, there is a lot of instability. There is a lot of, the prices are extremely high, so the money lasts, you can buy more with whatever money they have right now. The rate of exchange, the dollar value versus the other monetary monies and the world is in favors a lot those currencies, and so there is a little bit more. They can buy more than they can buy in their own country. Canada, for example, we are experiencing a lot of investors from Canada right now. There's a lot of people buying apartments and commercial properties, and also the second home, the vacation home, and most of them, which is quite interesting, they are coming with cash.
Really? Okay.
Yes. A lot of these sales are. There is some financing, although you have to have a good credit. The banks are demanding a lot of more money down.
Yep.
And also there is a lot of more requirements, and especially for the foreigners, they require a lot of more security.
Well,
There is a lot of activity. There is a lot of from the foreigners. A lot of people from South America, they are coming and they are bringing their money here. They feel that their investments, they feel that are more secure. They feel that they are more safe in here in this country. So that's why and also they see that there is a possibility of increasing in their value of those investments. Down in those countries, most of the time the money is devaluated, the prices go down instead of going up, and there is a lot of higher risk of losing their investments.
I got it. You have been in the real estate field for quite some time. How did you get into it, Gabe?
It was quite interesting. I have a friend that I came to South Florida about 30 years ago and looking for opportunities. I was living in Canada, had my own business, lost the business, came down to Florida looking for opportunities, and she kept on telling me, you got to go into real estate. You got to go into real estate. I said, no, real estate is not for me. Finally, I took her advice, and here I am 24 years ago. I love it. I really enjoy it. It's my passion. I always say that I would never retire from real estate. I have my own investments. I make a lot of mistakes too, as a lot of us we did. But I'm again in the stage of recovering some of those losses that I have from I will say the greed. I was a little bit too greedy to invest. But at this point, we are again in the stage of regrouping, going back again into the investment, purchasing other properties, and I will say I love it and I enjoy it.
Well, you are the assistant district sales manager of the Fort Lauderdale branch. You work with Ray Barquette, who's a mainstay in South Florida real estate for many years. And are you still playing tennis? I know that you guys whipped us last time I played, but you guys were great.
Yeah, we still play tennis. We try to combine our physical exercise and maintain ourselves in shape in order to maintain a good level of comfort with our clients, with a good sense of stability in our own minds and our own bodies, and then that will reflect toward the client when we are among the people who also practice it, and also the ability to see that you are able to do a lot of other things that give you a little push to pursue other sports, other activities for your physical being.
Well, you were a tennis pro as far as I was concerned. I was just watching the ball go by me. So it's great to catch up with you again. How can people get a hold of you, Gabe?
I am in Fort Lauderdale, 5020 East Sunrise Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale. My email, Gabriel Gomez, GABRIEL GOMEZ at Keyes.com, KEYES.com, or my cellular 954-478-2182.
Well, very good. I appreciate it. And how many associates do you have in that building there, Gabe?
In this building, we are about 45, and one of the interesting part of this group is that there are 6 CCIMs, which is the highest commercial designation that the National Association of Realtors has. And we are 6 of us in this office, so it's a good bunch of people, very successful, everybody very active, and it's a good group to be with.
Well,
we are about 45 agents altogether, because we are with the residential people too.
Right. Well, CCIM, you're right. It is the mainstay of the top-notch commercial designation. It's the Certified Commercial Investment Member, and you've been a member since 1996, so that just shows you how good you are. Hey, thank you so much for calling in, Gabe. Give my best to Mr. Pappas and Mr. Barquette.
Thank you very much, Doug, and a pleasure to talk to you, and have a great day.
You bet. Take care now.
Bye-bye.
All right, Gabriel Gomez from the Fort Lauderdale office, Keyes. He's the assistant district sales manager in the Fort Lauderdale branch. The Keyes Company, their largest independent real estate company in South Florida, with over 35 offices and over 1,800 associates. And what did he just tell us? That they've been around for 87 years. Is that what I heard? Or 78? Anyway, it's phenomenal. It's a great group of people led by Mike Pappas and the Pappas family, Tim Pappas. A good group of people. I want to go to a segment looking forward to next week. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Thank you.